Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a get ready with me and talking a little bit about Project Pan and how I feel about makeup right now and how I'm feeling right now towards all of these projects I'm doing. I'm only really doing two. It's not really that serious. Two kind of projects going and one Shop My Stash, all, going towards usage, and they're all happening simultaneously. So I'm having some kind of thoughts and feelings towards that. Please consider giving this video a like and subscribe. Let's start getting ready. I'm gonna go in first with this Too Faced Prime and Peachy primer. I don't really wear primers every time I do makeup, depends on my mood. Foundation that I just got, the Catrice HD Liquid Foundation, and this is the shade 030 Sand Beige. Yeah, I do like it so far. It's pretty good, and it was only 11 bucks. I ran out of some foundation this month. Yeah, so it's time for more. In case you're just like stumbling into this video and you're not like subscribed or haven't seen any of the videos before, I started doing an official Project Pan this year in January. The 20 and 2020 Project Pan, I started doing an official Shop My Stash in like June or July this year. And then just recently I started the Project 10 Uses. As you know, why not? I felt like it was something I thought I would really enjoy, and I do. I wanted to try it out and participate and join in the fun. Like, I have a lot of products that I don't really use as much or haven't used in a while. Like, this would be a great way to kind of do that and make sure that I'm doing that in like a timely kind of way. Does this look all blended in? I like that I am rotating my makeup more and figuring out a little bit more about what I like or don't like and all that stuff. I mean, you know how this works. That said, I just feel like this month I've been so like, I don't know, just like not feeling like wearing makeup. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, more so like my bolder type of colors, I've been kind of struggling to want to put them on. So like lipsticks and stuff. And maybe it's just a matter of me having to switch things up again because it is that time of the month. It's like the very end and I'm just kind of like, all right. This is the NYX Glitter Primer, which I'm not wearing glitter today, but I do like to do a little bit of a foiled look sort of, and I find that this is a nice type of product for that. It does kind of prime my lids, but also does make your colors look a little bit more vibrant. I'm gonna put this over my lid first. This is the shade Girl Talk. Yeah, this past month I've just not been really wearing too many bold looks with lipstick, at least. I wore the heck out of darker colors in October, and I think that kind of like made me less excited to wear them this month, you know? But at the same time, I'm like, man, I have a lot more bold colored lipsticks than I actually want to wear in general most of the time. Like, I usually wear them a very few times a month, or like, I don't know, I just don't wear them as frequently as I do nude lipsticks. If I'm wearing color in my makeup, it's usually in my eyes, right? And by the time I get down here, it's like I kind of not have to wear nude lipsticks, but I feel like nude lipsticks kind of go better with colorful looks sometimes. And that's just how I feel more comfortable wearing it. And I know I've definitely done like bolder lipsticks with bolder eyes, but I feel like I don't know, like I don't feel as comfortable doing that right now. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I'm at the house and I just feel like it looks really out of place. And you can do creative looks no matter what. You don't have to be like going anywhere to want to play around with makeup, of course, like obviously. But that's just kind of how I've been feeling lately. I'm just like, ugh. And then I feel like eyeshadows are just so much more fun for me personally than putting on a lipstick. So I tend to have more fun with like the blending and the, you know, combinations and stuff. So that's that. And in general though, with all these projects, I don't even have that many projects going on. It's not supposed to be like this crazy pressure thing. Like, it's just supposed to be like a fun way to rotate your makeup and use your makeup, right? And I know there's like hardcore people who are like really hardcore about it, and I think it is fun, but I think in my head it's like when I'm getting ready in the morning, I almost have like this like goal in my head, like I need to reach these numbers, I want to make sure I'm using everything. There's almost like this pressure there, which is kind of weird. This is the Lorac Eye Shadow in the color Delight, and I think I'm gonna just dab this like in the outer third here and just kind of blend it into my crease a little bit. And use a Smorphy one instead. All these products that I have for usage projects or project pans or whatever, they're all kind of like in competition with each other, which is sounds crazy, but like they are. And Project 10 Uses is supposed to be more laid back because you can hit 10 for anything at any given time. And then I have, you know, the regular project pan that I'm doing where I'm trying to finish up products, I guess, or just get as much out of it as I can. So it does make me feel like products are competing against each other, even though they're not all like the same project and you can be as flexible as you want to be. I just feel like a squirrel sometimes in the morning, like trying to figure out like what I want to do. And I usually just go by my mood, but like at the same time, I am also trying to not force myself, but you know, part of Project Pan and usage projects and stuff like that, there is a sort of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone type of vibe to that anyway. The point is that you are trying to use your stuff on some level, right? It's like I want to use my Project Pan products, and I also get kind of bored of those lipsticks sometimes and I just want to switch it up. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Cheek Geek. I follow her and I do like watching all of her project pans. She does a whole bunch of different ones and I always think to myself like, man, that is so much fun to like do all these different projects because I want to like do them all. They all have like all these cool themes, but at the same time, like I just get fatigued with wearing makeup sometimes. I mean, like some days I just like don't want to put it on. I love makeup, you know, obviously. I do take those days. I take days off from wearing makeup because, you know, I'm a human being, you know, I just like sometimes just want to be and not have anything on my face. And but I don't know about you guys, anybody who's doing Project Pan, but do you almost start viewing days as like almost like a waste if you can't wear makeup that day and use your products to like meet their goals? Like I sometimes get like that where I'm like, man, I feel like, you know, it's a day wasted if I don't have my makeup on, I don't have my Project Pan on, and I didn't get my numbers in or whatever. Like, and that sounds ridiculous. It's like, and I have to take a step back and be like, it's okay, it's fine. Like you're allowed to not wear makeup sometimes or wear whatever you want to do or be more low-key. I've been putting this eyeshadow on for a really long time. So yeah, that is starting to happen. And like, I think like it's the end of November. I'm kind of like maybe over the products that are sitting on my counter and I'm just like wanting to clear them out and start over again. That could very much be the case. What do I want to do next? Avon black eyeliner. It's just a simple black eyeliner. You know, Project Pan and all the usage projects are more to learn about yourself too, if anything, and like learn about what you like and maybe see patterns and stuff like that. And these are all up for adjustment. Like if something's not working out for you, obviously you can like adjust it to make it work for you. And I feel like, you know, because I am newer to this, I'm learning a lot more about how I personally like to wear makeup, what I'm comfortable making myself do more, and trying to find ways to combine how I realistically want to wear makeup with, you know, also trying to push myself out of my comfort zone with how often I wear certain things, but make everything play together nicely. You know what I mean? So I'm learning more about that every single day. And I do like wearing makeup for work, especially like on Zoom and stuff like that. Do first graders really care what I look like? No, not really, but I care because I see myself on there a lot, so I like my features to kind of pop a little bit on Zoom. Like for videos and stuff, putting it on and skill of it and everything. So yeah, I do like to wear makeup for work because it does, especially now, I haven't been going into the building, I've been at home. So it does help me mentally feel like I'm switching into a role, and it's just an excuse to play with makeup. I'm not sure about the lipstick situation. I tend to wear my bolder colors, at least reds and purples and browns and stuff like that, more around this time of the year than I do like spring. Like spring, I bring out my bolder like pink colors, right? It's almost like mentally, if I don't whip out all my bold lipsticks at this part of the year, like that window's closed after like March. So, I mean, we still have a while to go, but maybe it's time to change that up. Maybe that's something I need to kind of think about and branch out of my comfort zone with that. Like you can wear red any time of the year, but red for me is like a very like festive shade. I associate it with the holidays. Red's a very classic color. You can wear that anytime, but maybe I just need to, you know, get that out of my head because I'm so used to wearing certain colors certain times of the year. The funny thing is I don't even wear like red lipstick on Christmas Day. Like I haven't done that in years, and I always think like I wear red on Christmas. I've actually worn pink lipsticks on Christmas Day like the past few years, so I find that interesting. Christmas Eve, no, I do whip out the reds. I don't know, it's just a funny thing, maybe because I feel like it's so literal too. Like I don't want to wear red on Christmas Day because it's too Christmassy. I'm weird, I think, very strangely. But yeah, it's something to think about, like, you know, how we view our makeup and like why we tend to do certain things, and maybe we should try to do different things and see what it's like, because then we can get more usage out of our products and not paint ourselves into a corner and expand our horizons. It's fun, like, learning about what works for you and what doesn't. The Shop My Stash lipsticks, some of them I don't even get to wear that often. Like I maybe wear those things probably like two times max, unless it's like a neutral nude color. Depends on how many lipsticks I bring in though. Definitely a learning process, of course, always. What am I trying to do? I feel like I've been talking and not putting makeup on. Like, let's get it together, Jen. My new concealer, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've been talking about this for a couple months and just recently ran out of my last concealer. Like, I don't really buy high-end products or higher-end products that often. I like to switch around between drugstore and high-end. I'm just using the same, obviously, foundation brush. So maybe like next month I just won't bring in as many bolder colors so I don't see them staring at me every single day, and if I want to bring in other ones then I'll feel free to if I'm inspired to do so, or just like not feel bad that I only want to wear nude colors. I guess I do enjoy wearing them, it's just like I don't really like wearing them too often and too close to each other, you know what I mean? And I think when I start doing that, then I don't want to wear them for a while, especially now that I'm doing project 10 uses, which again is a flexible project, but I also don't want to keep the same products in that project for like 6 months either. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe I just need to change my approach too, and like maybe start tallying everything up, including project pan items, because I like the action of like marking things down. So I decided that. So maybe next month that's what I'll start doing. Even if it seems like it might be work for some other people, like if you enjoy that, go for it. And if that's what's going to make you want to use your products, then yeah, cool. Yeah, this is drying out. I consider Shop My Stash sort of like a project. It's not really a project, it's just to use them. I mean, I would hope that I would use everything at least more than once, like 2 to 3 times would probably be good, but I kind of want to use them more than that. So it's like I can't do it all. Like, it's like something's gonna not be used as much, especially when you got like all these other things going on. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to be realistic. Like, if I want more usage out of the products, I can't have as many products. Oh yeah, I think just playing around with numbers, that would be a big help, I think, for either motivating me or making me feel like I'm not falling behind in everything. And like I said earlier, like it's makeup, you know what I mean? It's not really a big deal if you don't hit a goal, you know, but I think when you throw YouTube into the mix for some sort of accountability, like if you're doing it on Instagram, you do feel a little bit more like, crap, I don't want to be like, here's my e.l.f. palette, spoiler alert, there's no pan yet. You see people making like all this great progress, but I'm going to use this first shade here to blend my, kind of blend the top here a little bit more. So I think playing around with numbers and different techniques and, you know, even how many projects you do end up doing, like I think that will all kind of help me and maybe you guys, if you're kind of going through what I'm going through, like it'll help you feel like you're not falling behind, or help you kind of meet your goals in a way that makes sense for you and makes you the happiest. Like, I'm not trying to come off like everything's this huge deal. I can get caught up with like stuff sometimes. I'm gonna combine one of my Shop My Stash products with the Project Pan products. I love this because it's like a glowier kind of blush. The brandless bronzer that I'm trying to get 10 uses out of, and I'm actually going to use this little guy. I'm going to bring my contour up a little bit higher than I normally do. I don't want to make it look like a stripe. I kind of avoid this brush. I don't really use it too often, but you know, I was kind of complaining that this container sucks for like a big brush. So I was like, why don't we use that brush that I never use? And it's kind of nice because now I can get use out of this brush in addition to this product. I always love when that works out like that way. Things kind of look a little bit more washed out on the viewfinder, and then when I step away, I'm like, oh! Some of this powder got in my mouth, and it's kind of sweet, which is weird. Am I making that up? Yeah, like maybe I'll do a thing too where like I kind of have to work my non-makeup days in there too, and like kind of be realistic about that. Like, there's just going to be days where I don't want to put it on. I don't want to force myself to wear anything on some days, like if I really don't feel like it, you know, because then it just starts to feel like a chore. So again, I think that there is a healthy balance, making everything work out together and figuring out where your happy places, where you are meeting goals, but you're not like getting overwhelmed and feeling out of control with it. and just finding like a happy rhythm of it where you're not bored and where you're not like overwhelmed. Today I feel like I'm pretty much feeling using makeup. It just depends on the day. The Tarte Highlighter in Stunner. Throw it up here as well. Just a little C shape there. I don't know why I made the duck face for that. I didn't need to do that. Some people like to put a little here, so sure. Why don't I do that too? I don't want to make like a huge stripe down the middle of my nose. I don't think I need to do that. This is Maybelline's Baddest Beige. And I want to see what I mean? Like this is a nude lip. And I think I want to add a little bit of color to this. Usually I do combine colors a lot. So here's my Project Pan. This is the Pink Truffle shade. And I'll just kind of dab a little bit of this so it doesn't look like super washed out. I do love this color by itself, but I think if I am gonna wear it by itself, I like to have a darker eye with that. But if I'm wearing like a look like this, I do want a little bit more color, I think. Let me fix up my hair a little bit. This isn't really a fall look for me, but I do like it. Lip color is looking a bit like almost like a coral shade, which is totally not a fall color. But I mean, I guess it works with the eyes, I think. I mean, I would like to try a darker lip with this look too. I think that would look really cool, but for the sake of this video not going to 45 minutes, I'd rather just stick with these two colors. Comment down below, let me know if you're doing Project Pan, like how many of them are you doing right now? Do you do more than one? Do you find that they're too much to do, or do you just kind of have a more laid back approach to it, like whatever happens happens and who cares? Thoughts on getting really wrapped up in numbers and then you start losing perspective and you're like, I don't really enjoy this anymore as much. How much pressure do you feel you put on yourself for that realistically? So I will make adjustments, I think, for the next month or as more projects kind of roll out, so to speak. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I'm glad you were able to watch, and I hope I see you in my next video. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.